Hey, it's Asania, baby.
Hey, it's Deshaun, baby.
And it's a light bulb moment.
Hell yeah. It's a motivational podcast.
Show is.
Mm-hmm. Is it?
It is.
Mm-hmm. Y'all check it out. Check it out. Hey, what's up, y'all? I am Deshaun. Alright. And this is the... I bit my tongue. The Light-Bulb Moment podcast.
Who you want to do it all over again?
No, I think we in it. You know what I'm saying?
We in it.
And I feel like people at this point appreciate us kind of just naturally flowing into, you know.
I ain't gonna lie, I look forward to you open this now. That's why I was sitting there anticipating the door.
I was trying to make it as normal as possible.
No, don't do it, because no, that's not it. And I'm Asania Taylor.
How you feel, Mr. Taylor?
Yo, it's been, I'm a guru, that's how I feel.
You better go, okay? You better guru. You better
Yo, stop. Don't fuck it up. Do not fuck up on guru shit. Do not change the way you pronounce guru. I better what, guru?
You better go.
Ain't that the guru?
You be guru.
That was Chris. Who was the guru?
Chris used to say you got goop or something like that.
Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna whatever.
Oh, well.
But no, I'm good.
A term is goop. Chris didn't really make that up.
What's the goop?
When you got goop, like you got almost like a what's the term?
It's nothing sexual.
SOL. Like
shit out of luck.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm getting old. I have to think about what SOL was.
Right.
That shit don't be coming as quick no more.
Goop. But
okay.
Happy Halloween to all the spirits and stuff like that. You know.
Wasn't ready for the whole flap. Wasn't ready for that was the bat as a bat.
A bat, a witch, a cat, you know, a spider.
He said cat.
You know, some spiders can fly.
Yeah.
But it is the 31st, and we're coming towards the end of the year. Oh my gosh, it went by so quick.
It's the 31st.
Not just the end of a decade. Significant.
You know what? Not even just that. Tomorrow's gonna be the first of the month. It's Throwback Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of shit.
It's a whole lot of stuff. And should we read this little thing called the Samhain?
You want to do the first half? I'll do the second half.
The Samhain
you do the Samhain. I'll do the Dies Los Muertos.
The Samhain is the celebration of the end of harvest / the dark half of the year. Traditionally celebrated in Gaelic times, this holiday celebrates the divide between autumn equinox and winter solstice. A feast takes place with the remaining crops and the animals are brought in from the cold. During the feast, tribute and praise are given to the ancestors. It is said that during Samhain, the veil between spirit world and living is at its thinnest, similar to the witching hours 2 a.m. through 4 a.m. Candles and contribution are decorated around pictures and items from those who have passed on in thanks. Today, witches, Wiccans, and lightworkers celebrate Samhain from sundown October 31st through sundown November 1st. The Samhain. I felt like I was reading Ace's speech.
Yeah,
but
you really did. You felt like you was like in front of the classroom. recite some shit. And then also the other thing that's going on today is Dia de los Muertos. Dia de los Muertos. Translate to the Day of the Dead. Traditionally celebrated in Pascual, Mexico. Dia de los Muertos is a 3-day celebration honoring those who have passed on. Very similar to Samhain. Altars with pictures and keepsakes of past loved ones are adorned with gifts, money, food, and candles. Marigolds are the flowers that represent the fragility of life. Due to the connections between worlds, the prayers and the letters written to the dead are communicated more clearly than ever. The brightness of the marigolds is said to signal the dead to the living and helps them find their way back. in the cosmos, we got everything. Also, what's going on in the cosmos today? Mercury is back in retrograde. I swear this motherfucking retrograde.
It's a retrograde every week.
Everything is fucking weird. It's not Mercury, it's Jupiter.
It's not Jupiter, it's Mars. If it's not Mars, it's Uranus. It's not, it's you know. If it's not one, it's the other.
It's Uranus, not your anus.
That's what I said.
No, you said your.
That's what you heard.
Okay, that's what I heard. Is Earth ever in retrograde?
Probably. Bitch, I don't know. Ask the Martians.
Mercury's back in
retrograde.
Mercury's back. We're in a Scorpio moon. Communication is key.
It is
right
Scorpio
now.
season.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the Scorpions.
Stingy niggas.
You know.
Niggas with the pinchers.
The passionate people. You know.
Niggas pinching people.
I know. With their little claws and shit.
Then they stinging with the stinger because you was focused on the pinching. So then you got stung with the stinger.
Well, my grandparents, their birthdays are in Scorpio. Shout out to Mother. Shout out to Mother. Her birthday is on the 11th. And shout out to Granddaddy Patterson. His birthday is on the 4th.
Yeah, I had to pass you that so I can continue with this. Mercury is back in retrograde. And we in the Scorpio moon, and communication is key right now. Hidden desires will come to light. Rethink impulsive actions, most definitely. Vulnerabilities will show. Be careful on how you handle your emotions. Woo-woo. Unhealthy relationships will eradicate themselves from your life. Yo! That's deep. I gotta read that to my homeboy. I gotta let him know that right now. That's pretty much what happened to his relationship. It just got eradicated because it was unhealthy. Got it. Alright. And today we're gonna be discussing some shit that is probably not really mostly in the enlightenment area, but we're gonna bust it anyway.
It is all about
it is. It's all about having light bulb moments and learning new stuff. So today we talking about it's gonna be the kinky episode.
Fetishes.
Kinky episode.
Fetish. It's a song called Fetish.
Nigga, if you do that show, you
I thought
fetishes.
Well, she had a cat.
Yeah, it's really tough.
Because I thought about Eve. I think Eve had a an album called Fetish, and then she had a clothing line called Fetish. Then I thought about who's that girl? La 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 la.
Who's that girl? I'm done.
You play that in band.
I'm done.
But yeah, but fetishes.
That's why I don't let this nigga hit the blunt before we get to the
episode.
Alright, yeah, we talking about fetishes. But before fetish, we're gonna get into kink. We want to, since it's
What's
the kinky
the difference?
episode, that's what we're about to elaborate on. What is a kink?
It can be a lot of things, you know what I'm saying?
It can be something in your hair.
Okay.
It can be in a piece of rope.
But, according to the definition of kink, a kink is a non-conventional sexual practice, fantasy, or concept. This sexual variation derives from the original definition, which means to bend or twist what is otherwise straight. So essentially, a kink is anything that bends from the normal sexual experience.
Word.
Right.
I'm kinky. And then, fetish.
A fetish is a form of sexual desire in which there is gratification from the obscure.
So, kinky fetishes are sexual fetishes that vary from the obscure and don't abide by straight terms.
Okay. So, but with that being said, you know, homosexuality, a lot of people say that's just a fetish. You just have a fetish for, you know, men. Or you're same sex. A lot of people have said that about homosexuality or, you know, venturing into different realms of the sexual spectrum. You just got a fetish.
Light bulb moment. Mm-hmm. Oh shit, light bulb moment. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yo.
Yeah, that's.
And if you can respect it, because, like, I understand fetishes are for real, man. That's part of the reason I want to discuss this, because I figured it'd be, like, something that will really break from the norm. But at the same time, like, it's some real shit. Like, I know some individuals with some fetishes, and it's like...
What do you think fetish says about a person?
Oh, shit. I don't think it, I mean, it's just personal interest. I don't really know if it says a lot about a person. I think somebody identifying their fetish and being able to understand it and really accept it, because I think at the end of the day, it's more about you accepting your fetish more than somebody else accepting it. Because once you're accepting it, I guarantee that somebody that's in your lane who has a similar fetish, you just gotta find that group.
Or someone in your lane who has a fetish that complements yours. Like if you like to have something done to you, they like to do that thing to other people.
Right. And I feel like with you, okay, so the way I see it is, if you can identify that fetish, it helps you open up to somebody. It also helps you find people who connect with you on that level. And you really get to know yourself.
Would you say everyone has a fetish?
I think we do. We just don't realize it.
Right.
Because we're not really in tune with our sexuality. The average person is so fucking prudish. Male and female.
Gay and
you know
straight.
What I'm saying? Gay is right. It don't matter. Like I don't feel like anybody's really getting in touch with their shit. Like knowing themselves, touching themselves, knowing what they like, knowing their erogenous zones, knowing how to get off, really being able to control their climatic experience, even to the point where they're paying attention and tapping into the exchange of energy during sexual experiences. Like that's the new shit for me. Like really paying attention to like how the energy I'm exchanging with the person that I'm sleeping with is way more intense than an orgasm. So, and I think that's becoming a fetish for me. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like aggressive. I wonder if they're a fetish, man. Because we got to think 200 fetishes. I ain't about to go through all 200.
We don't have to go through all.
Yeah, but they have it alphabetized. We're gonna put the link at the bottom of the page on the YouTube. But yo, you gotta check it out. Like it's all kind of stuff that you probably would have never even realized that you like, and it might turn you on, and you thought it was weird because it turned you on, but there's actually something, or it's a fetish for it.
Can a fetish be unhealthy?
I don't think it can be unhealthy. I think anything that if you do it too much, if anything consumes your life, if any, regardless if it's a fetish or not, drinking too much water can be unhealthy. Kill you.
What if someone has a fetish for children?
Yeah, that's not a fetish. I mean, I guess you want to.
Because it looks like
fetish,
I don't. But it looks like so I'm looking at this list of all the fetishes and stuff. And I see it keeps saying philia. Like, there's a lot of philias.
So you feel like a pedophile?
Has a fetish for children.
Yo, so go down to the P's. Go down to the P's and see if you see something for pedophilia. If they would consider that a philia. I mean, I guess they...
Pedophilia, fetish for dolls, especially sex dolls. Oh, that's pedophilia.
Yeah, they literally have penis humiliation, a kink involving insulting a man's penis, including size, appearance, and performance. Like, come on, man.
Putephilia, obsession with public hair. So, philia, I guess, is obsession. Philia is a sexual obsession, I'm assuming.
I'm assuming philia is just an obsession, period.
Fetish for hands. Corophilia. Oh, a lot of people will have corophilia. A lot of people are attracted to hands. Rape fantasy, Lord. Rhabdophilia. A fetish for receiving physical beatings such as whippings or floggings. But I feel like with fetishes, I think they can be unhealthy. Because I feel like if you have something that triggers a certain desire in you that involves harming someone or doing something
negative.
Yeah, it could be, because some people have a fetish with beating the shit out of people.
Being physically abused.
Yeah, some people have a fetish with rape. They have a fetish.
Yeah, there's one in there where there's a kidnapping. There's a
Yeah.
kidnapper and the whatchamacallit
Yeah.
fetish where people role play that. And it's like, what? Okay.
And no offense to whoever take offense to this, some people have a fetish with drugging people. You know, so and I'm not, you know, some people, you know, people have weird fetishes like that, and some people are on the opposite end of everything I just said.
Right.
So
that's, you know what, and that's the crazy part. That's the balance, because there's a dark side, there's a light side, but there's also a dark side to this whole situation as far as fetishes. And I never thought about okay, so what if let's say it's no longer a fetish if the other person is not aware of it, like for instance the kidnapping and the.
So if I'm not aware of someone who wants to kidnap me, it's not a fetish.
Yeah, I feel like that one is really kidnapping. But if it's something that we both say, like if I'm gonna act this out and you're aware that I'm gonna do that, it's more of that.
Like role playing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's different.
But even like the drugging part, like I'm gonna tell you, but it's my fetish to do it. But I'm telling you, it's my fetish. Like,
I'm gonna get you. Okay, I'm gonna put a roofie in your drink, right? And we're gonna just have a ball. Okay.
Like. That might be a night.
That's not funny. Okay.
But, you know, tonight we gonna go out and be like real shit. I'm gonna root for your shit at some point, and it's gonna be like you're not gonna remember the night.
And I'm gonna have my way with you.
And we're gonna do some real kinky shit. It's gonna be a real kinky ass night.
Okay, I'll say this. You know,
that was a deep ass sigh.
You know that's a real blurry line, and I think with some of these fetishes. You know, when they get a little unsafe, I think it's best to seek some type of help. You know, there are all types of therapists and stuff out there that'll help you, you know, reel that back in and figure out how to please yourself and get to an orgasmic state without going that route.
Okay, but I'm saying like it's a reality, you dig? Like, I guess it's what we had as a society. This is what trips me out as human beings. Mm-hmm. Like, we feel like we so evolved that we have to classify and categorize every fucking thing now. To the point where even sick shit and certain fetishes, and I'm not gonna call it sick. Certain things that I personally wouldn't agree with are cool. Like even in sexual encounters, there are people who like being choked. Mm-hmm. That was a concept that fucked me up because I'm not a
choker?
Naturally violent person. Mm-hmm. And I feel like to choke somebody, you have to have a certain level of aggression in you to want to do that. But there was literally somebody fucked me up because she told me, she fucked my ego up. She was like, to a degree. Because she was like, yeah, the sex is good, everything is cool. For the most part, you know, you're good at what you do, but you don't do everything I like. And I'm like, oh shit. So what is it that I don't do? I was much younger when she told me this, but she was like, you don't choke me. And you know what I mean? I'm like, you want me to? Really? Like, why? Why the fuck you want somebody to try to cut your air passages off? Like, how is that exciting? But, I mean, that's also a stimulant. Mm-hmm. I feel like it does something to certain people's brains. We ain't all wired the same.
Do you think, I would say it's best to let your partner know what fetishes you have.
Yes, that's why I'm saying the whole point of this is to recognize, look into your fetish, acknowledge it. Because it's better to get it out in the open and you recognize and accept it versus doing some closet creepy shit. Mm-hmm. And then you coming off even creepier than you intend to because you're not really embracing it and understanding it. And again, once you understand it, you can find somebody in your lane. Because you know this. There's somebody who will do... Man, it was a guy, one of the PF Chang's. We all thought he was pretty much in the closet. No, he liked women, but he liked to have his women do things to him.
Who's this person?
Nigga, this is like years ago. I don't remember his name. I just remember the person.
And he worked there.
This is like well over 10 years ago.
Oh, okay.
This was like how far the PF Chang's.
Oh, okay.
Let me clarify the location for you motherfuckers. You gotta speculate.
Like how now? Who?
This is PF Chang's location in like 27.
Okay, but it turns out he just what?
He liked women. He's attracted to women, but he liked them to do
aggressive stuff.
Some of the stuff ain't.
Okay, that's a fetish.
It's a fetish. Mm-hmm. I don't agree with it, but that's just fetish. That's how you get off.
I mean, he's trying to have sex with you.
Right. So it ain't got nothing to do with me. But that's right. So that's how he gets off. So, you know, his line, that's healthy. You know what I'm saying? It's just.
I think it's best just to be open with what you like. And I feel like the more open you are, the closer you get to what you actually want. And I think you'll have, like I said this on another podcast, that when you really start to be honest with yourself in an area of life, like sexually, you could be honest with yourself in a lot of different other areas.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. It helps you grow in different compartments. You know, everything's
you living in your truth.
Relative in your life.
The more you start living in your truth in all aspects of your life, I mean, like spending on specific aspects, it kind of carries over to all life. Again, that's one of my, some I stand by. I appreciate an individual who is open and out of the closet with their sexuality, only because I understand now what the gay community goes through and what you have to endure, and the fact that you're willing to step out and then say, this is who I am, and embrace all that. And you really had to figure that shit out for yourself before you gave it to society. I'm like, yo, you're walking in the truth that the average person, straight, whoever is not, doesn't have to do. You know what I'm saying? And that would makes me respect these individuals even more, just because I'm like, yo, you have to really be in your truth. Probably one of the most honest people you're going to encounter. That's probably why most gay men who are openly gay are like, yo, like, no, baby, let me tell you no. Let me give you the fucking real. Because they've been through the dark, the light, and they've come out on top. And if they're thriving as an individual, it's because they figured that out and they've really got in touch with themselves. Because they've got in touch with themselves sexually, emotionally, spiritually. Because, you know, you got to come to grips with the whole religion thing and everything. It's a lot of layers to this shit that I'm looking at. Like, past 6 years have been very powerful me working at the airport, because it's probably the largest gay community I've ever worked in. Like, seriously. So, and even coming to Atlanta. So, I mean, I understand it and I respect, you know, salute to all who are open and walking their truth.
I'll say everything is a journey. Everyone has their own journey. You know what I'm saying? I don't really fault anyone for not being out. You know, I think everything is definitely, it ain't even about nobody else. It's about yourself.
Right.
It's personal growth.
Right.
And it's a personal evolution, and it's really about how you see yourself more than it is anything. And to relate that to sexuality and fetishes, you know, it's all about the evolution and growth. You know what I'm saying? And that does bleed into other parts of your life, because it helps you to become more complete as a human.
Man, that's some real shit. Like, I had to tell my little brother, I had to tell somebody, I'm like, yo, you can't be apathetic and lethargic in one part of your life as far as your emotions. I think that's not going to spill over to everything that you do eventually. How you handle one part of your being carries over to how you handle every other aspect of who you are.
Yeah, one part of your life is going to explain other parts of your life. Yeah.
Right. If I can't handle my emotions, I can't handle my money. Because sometimes money gets emotional. If I can't embrace or deal with certain things and being able to sit there and see it, then how the fuck am I going to handle it when the money gets tight and it gets overwhelming and I don't know which way to go? So, being able to feel that.
Because you move off an impulse.
Right. And this shit is chess, not checkers, my nigga. So, you can't be moving off an impulse. You need to be able to slow down and see that shit. So, again, fetishes is something I was just looking at. I was thinking about it. That's why I want to do it, because I was just looking like, yo, again, I don't think we're really in tune with ourselves sexually. And that is very key to me. I've come across way too many men and women who, if you say certain things about the anatomy, about the body, it just is like, yo, you can put your dick in somebody easily. Don't want to condom and get involved sexually, but when it's time to have a conversation about it, you get fucking tense. You fucking serious. Or you get childish. Or you get like, no, let's have a real talk about what you like, what you want.
I mean, I would say this. That talk should definitely be had with the person you're sexually involved with. Now, you don't have to have that talk with everybody.
Yeah, but even some people can't even have it, or some people don't even know when you start asking them what is it you like and what you want. I've come across way too many women who didn't know their erogenous zones and shit like that.
But the only way to find out is to experiment.
And you have to experiment.
Yeah.
And again, there ain't a lot of people experimentation
too. Yeah.
It ain't right, and it's not a lot of people experiment. I've met a lot of women who are just accustomed to the regular and be like, well, men don't do this. There ain't no man doing that because you're not telling them what you want.
Mm-hmm. Safely experiment. I'm just saying, we all about safe sex.
Yeah, we are. I am 100%. But yeah, man, I figure like tapping in and figuring out what you like, even if it's somebody eating and you get turned on about eating, like if this person knows that. Yeah. If this person knows that, that's something they can do. That's a form of foreplay. Mm-hmm. I ain't gotta touch you, lick you, do none of that shit. I'm gonna go get a 6-piece of fucking crunchy ass chicken, sit down with a bottle of wine, and you gonna watch me eat this chicken. Mm-hmm. And then we probably gonna have sex after I eat this chicken. Like, hypothetically speaking, that shit sounds funny as hell. I don't know how I would feel if like that shit would be crazy. But at the same time, I know. If you know that's what your partner gets aroused on, that's just something to surprise them to change it up. You know what I'm saying? Because they're in tune with it and they have spoke to you about it. You know, everybody got their own shit. That person makes me look at like, what is it? Do I have a fetish? What are my fetishes?
I think I was about to ask, like, how do you find out your fetishes? But I guess you just kind of find out through experiment.
Through experiment.
Living.
Yeah, because one of the people I was sitting down talking to, and they were watching somebody eat, watching food. And I was like, yeah, is that a fetish? Mm. And at first, the individual was in denial, and then they start thinking about it, and was like, how do I feel when I'm watching these people eat? Like, what does this do to me? It's like, okay, this might be a fetish. And somebody went for a fetish. To me, I never paid attention to feet like that. But I might have a titty fetish. Obsessed with boobs.
You like boobs?
Obsessed with boobs. I might have a hair fetish. Cause I ain't I don't like no bald pussy. Fuck it.
You don't like when women shave?
Nope. You can groom. Grooming in quotation marks is skate. That's fine. I don't want that shit looking like
you don't like Brazilian, yeah.
Nah.
Why?
Pussy ain't that cute.
Gotcha.
And on top of that, like unless they wax and keep that shit straight, it's like a cactus when it starts coming back. And so every woman don't go out and keep that shit non-cactus.
Spiky.
Right. I'm going down there fucking pricking my tongue.
Yeah.
With all this cactus hair you got coming back up. So it's just different shit like that. Plus, like, I mean, they feel like it traps older, but I feel like it keeps certain shit.
I've been told that you should shave because hair keeps older. But I feel like
I guess, nigga.
I beg to differ.
Look.
I think hair can keep older, but I think if you clean, you clean.
Right.
If you should be cleaning yourself before someone goes down on there anyway. I mean,
I got another fetish.
You like funk, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's the difference between natural funk and like
the dirty motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because I told somebody, I was like, I ain't know.
Because then there are people who
have your natural smell,
who spray too much down there. You like, God damn, it tastes like perfume.
Yeah, you just fucked it up.
Yeah.
You just put too much on it. You just fucked up your natural
alcohol.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. So, maybe I do have a fetish. And then I do like looking at women's touching their hair and shit. Mm-hmm. Like, I never thought about it. And it's just come about. This is probably not something that I was into when I was in my 20s or something. Mm-hmm. But like now we all in these scalps and shit. We want to touch or massage. I like texture. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Not every woman has the same texture here. That's why I really like African American women's hair, because their shit is just all over the motherfucking place. So I got a array. I got Baskin Robbins of fucking hair.
A lot of it.
No disrespect to white women, but I mean it's pretty much the same with most white women. I get variation assistance in
every week. New hairstyle.
Hairstyle. You don't know. The texture change.
Yeah.
They straighten it and it's soft, and then throw some water on that motherfucker.
Whole fro.
Another one.
Braids.
Braids is a different texture, right? Exactly. Even locks have a different texture to them.
Locks, low haircut, goddamn.
bald head, right? So again, that might be a thing for me. I like that type of shit. It does turn me on, but me starting to explore that helps me understand. Wow, okay, if I see a woman with a certain kind of hairdo, I'm not drawn to her because I know I can't. It's not even yours.
All right.
So
You don't like the synthetic.
yeah, the synthetic don't have the same texture in the feel, and then on top of that,
You can't do too much.
And they don't want to let you touch their synthetic either. Like, so you can't really touch the synthetic. I can't even fuck with it. And I like playing with hair, touching hair, pulling hair. So again, that shit changed. That shit makes a big difference.
That's
and
what's
I acknowledge it. So that was dope.
With that being said, what are some fetishes that y'all have? And tell us what y'all think fetishes mean.
Yeah, man, send it to the page, man.
You know, send it to the page.
In the comments.
Yeah.
Yo, Lite-Bulb moment. Yours.
You go first.
Oh, that homosexuality might be a fetish. It's crazy. I ain't never thought about that shit. Cause I ain't gonna lie, this nigga now, I think I got a fetish for lesbians too. All that talking shit. I seen a whole bunch of bad lesbian chicks. I was like, you're a lesbian. Yeah. I'm a lesbian too.
Lesbians. That's interesting.
I ride shotgun in the car. You didn't see that Dave Chappelle comedy skit.
Yeah. What did he say?
He said the lesbians ride shotgun. They ride in the
And the gays are driving, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. But I guess my light bulb moment would be that maybe I need to dive a little deeper into my fetishes. I'll say that.
Or maybe your lifestyle that you live may just be a fetish. Maybe you already.
I didn't say that homosexuality is a fetish. I said that people have said that.
I know, I'm just saying. I'm fucking with you.
But yeah.
You know, man, we appreciate y'all listening, man. We coming to the end of this show. Yo, check us out on Spotify, Anchor, Breaker, iTunes, podcast, YouTube channel, Lite-Bulb Moments. Subscribe, follow, comment, share with your friends. Tell your friends to listen. Check us out on IG, Lite-Bulb Moment. Check me out personally, AwesomeNia. Excuse me, on IG, AwesomeNia17. What about you?
Deshaun Duran.
Check out my man's other podcasts, Mothers
House.
and
Will and Deshaun.
Podcast. Please check him out. He's doing mad shit. We appreciate all the love and support.
Peace.
Yeah, have a beautiful day.
Peace out.